This conference will now be recorded.
Hi all, so welcome to performance testing with JMeter, and today will be day 7. Okay, so we'll continue from the last topic. So as a recap, in day 6 we talk about the JMeter terminologies, some terminologies, then 12 major element. Then we have seen how the recording is done. We have understood about the transaction request header and all the related thing, right? Different views we have seen, transaction controller, those stuff we have seen. All right. Now today we'll look into this saving recording logs and use of process, then filtering, right? How do we filter? Then port and proxy server setup in different browser, right? Use of template and some other thing, right? So in last session, what I talked is, if you people remember, that some irrelevant request gets recorded, right? And some embedded resources gets recorded. So we have to filter them, right? And so how to filter that, I'll show you, and why we should not record them, I'll tell you that as well. Okay. And yeah, and we will see recording from different browsers using different port. Okay. Yeah. So see, whenever you record, you'll see that some irrelevant request gets captured. Embedded resources gets captured, that we know, I have shown. Sometimes irrelevant request gets captured. Okay. What are irrelevant requests? The request which is not related to your application. Fine. The request which is not related to your application, those are called irrelevant requests. And embedded resources, obviously we know, right? What are embedded resources? In last session I've talked about them. So none we should record, we should filter, right? So why we should not keep irrelevant requests? Because they are irrelevant, right? Obviously, very simple answer, right? Uh, that they are not the request, those are not related to our application. So why I'll be bothering about that, right? Why we will be bothering about that? So that's why we will be not keeping them or not recording them, right? So we should be filtering them first, correct? Now from this, from where this irrelevant request can be captured. So see, what happens is, whenever you do any activity, or whenever you use your laptop or system, right? So in background many things goes. Okay. So few example, like you will see that Windows taking update, right? You must be aware of that. Windows takes update. Okay. So I have opened one tool, I'll come to that later on. So you'll see that Windows taking update. Okay. So you'll get this kind of request from Windows update. Then you will see that browsers, okay, let us say Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox, whatever browser you are using, they will be taking update, or they will be communicating with their servers, right? Then any antivirus you have, right, that will be communicating with the server. So these all happens in background. Okay, we are not aware of that. Okay, even let us say I am here, I have not opened anything, no browser has been opened, if you see below, but something is happening in my system, okay, in background. Okay, so I'll show you. I have opened one tool, through that I'll show you. So these are the sources, right? These are the sources from where irrelevant request can come, right? You know, that from some software, or from Windows taking update, or Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox taking update, right? Or some other background activity going on, and they are trying to connect with the internet, right? Which we are not aware of. So from there the irrelevant request come, right? So okay, so these are the sources of irrelevant request, and since it's irrelevant, so obviously we should not bother about them, we should filter them. Okay. Then so here this is a tool called Fiddler tool, right? And just a second. Okay, so I have, this is a network sniffing tool, right? This Fiddler tool, we'll use this in future as well. You can download this if you wish. It's open source, right? Free to download. You just search Fiddler in the Google, and you will get it, right? So if you open that, you will get that it will show you whatever the traffic's going on or coming, right? It will show. Okay, so what I'll do, let me reopen it, and I'll keep it on for a while, and you can see some traffics. You'll see some traffics over here. So I have kept it for a while. We'll see, we'll come to that later on. Okay. Then we have embedded resources. So embedded resources, obviously, these also we should not record. We should filter. And now you'll ask me that why we should filter about why we should not record embedded resources, why we should filter them, because the concept, right? If you remember the concept of embedded resources. So if I open this F12, and here if I open Flipkart, let us say flipkart.com, flipkart.com. So you see this request actually, right, these are the embedded resources for that page. Okay, so this we are not sending, correct? Are we sending this? No, we sent that main request, right? We sent that main request. They were automatically downloaded. We do not, the user didn't send it, that they were downloaded. So same way, um, whenever we will be running any test, whenever we'll be recording, so this should be automatically downloaded. We should not send the request for embedded resources separately. So in future, means going forward, today only we'll see, okay, how we can download, and right, why, how we can automatically download, that also we'll see. I'll show you the setting. But since it is automatically downloaded by browser, if you see in real time over here, so that's why in tool also there is an option to download them automatically, correct, the embedded resources. And hence we should not keep them, right? We should just keep the main request, right? Main request. Or right, a transaction can have either one request, or sometime it can have two or three requests also. So those we should only keep. We should not keep embedded resources, because embedded resources will be automatically retrieved in the tool. Also the setting is there. Okay, and it happens in browser as well, right? Okay, so that is the reason. Now I'll that is the reason, right? Why we have to filter them out or remove them or not record. Now what we will see, we
Pallav,
will see
I
how to
have one
filter.
question here.
Hmm.
Sorry to interrupt. Like you said, we have settings with which we can make our tool to download these embedded resources with our main request, right? Uh,
Hmm.
for instance, if we keep all the embedded resources with us, and we enable that option also, where we are checking like download embedded resources with main URL. So in that case, whether it will be downloaded twice or only one time.
Uh, One time only.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so now I'll show you how to filter them. Okay, so what happens in JMeter, there are some filters given. Okay, and they generally helps in filtering. So a preset, you can say a set or predefined sets of filters are given, which are a normal filter. Means what they have thought that this will be irrelevant, they have kept, right? So you see from irrelevant URLs, the filter they have made, and for the embedded resources, you see these two lines they have made, right? So now how we can get that, right? So for that purpose, this is the JMeter. Let me zoom in. So for that purpose, what you have to do is you go to this template. Uh, Here, the green button you see, this is called template. Okay, template means some pre-ready set of elements. Okay, pre-configured elements, like how in my PPT, or here in this doc, right? If you go to file and if you go to new, you'll see some template here, right? These are called template, correct? Some pre-ready set, pre-ready design. So same way in JMeter, some pre-ready elements are set of element or pre-configured elements are available. Okay, so we have to go to this. So I'll come to that just a second. Here in Fiddler, what I wanted to show you. So you see, whatever activity happen, I am getting traffic over here as well, right? So it's a network sniffing tool. So you can see like this client server services Google API, google.co.in. Just a second, give me 1 minute. So you can see here Google something, right? Even I was not doing anything, so some traffics were mean some communication was happening. Okay, between your operating system or the software that you have installed and the network. Okay, so here updates, and then you see here one request by my McAfee. Okay, McAfee is the antivirus. I have an antivirus installed, so that is also trying to communicate, right? Here also you can see uh, McAfee. Okay, so like that you will see multiple requests here McAfee, right here some Google update. So you see like that multiple request will be there, which will be like your system related, right? Anything can be, it can be from a few lists they have kept here, like it can be from Windows or Mozilla, right? Or Google or Bing or all this thing. Sometimes it can it's just a normal means what we say common list they have given, right? But many times you see like I have antivirus, right? As I have shown you. So uh, one request, many requests related to that antivirus I have just highlighted, right? Here one. So my antivirus is trying to communicate and I'm not aware of that, right? So that is what happened, that whenever you open or you connect your system, many software try to communicate with the network without your knowledge. You will not be aware, because someone will be trying to getting updates, someone will trying to get some new information, like that that things happens. Okay, so whenever we record in JMeter, this kind of stuff we will see. Okay, irrelevant thing. Irrelevant. Why irrelevant? Because these are not related to my application. You will be working on any application, let us say, right? Suppose you are working on Flipkart. So these are not related to Flipkart, right? That's why we say them as a irrelevant, right? And these are the sources from where they will come. You got the idea, right? And what we have to do is first you have to apply filter. Even though after applying filter, if they are getting captured, so you have to delete them from your script, right? The script, a simple script I recorded right in the last session. So you have to just delete from them. If you see any irrelevant request or any embedded resources, if you see, you have to delete them even after applying filter. Because see, this filter is not 100% proof. I'll again, right, I'll say not 100% full proof. Means if you think that if I apply these filters, so no irrelevant request and no embedded resources will be captured, no, it's never happens like that. Even you apply this filter, because these are some normal set of filter, the common set of filter that they have given. Even though, even if you are applying, there are 50% chance, right? 50-50 probability is there that you can see some irrelevant request or embedded resources getting captured in the recorded script, right? So you have to delete, that is what the manual way you have to delete by identifying. Now coming to the JMeter, so uh, this is what the green button is, template. You have to go inside this template. Then from this drop down you have to choose this option called recording. Okay, but you have to choose this recording, this one, recording, and then click on create and create. Okay, simple. Two time just click on create. Once this comes, these three element from top, you delete them. Okay, so you just select them and press the seizure button and delete them, right? And then uh, yeah, then you'll see this HTTP test is recorded. This will be in disable mode. Disable means it's a blurred, right? Blurred means disabled. Okay, blurred color, you see, blurred means disabled. Okay, blurred, right? Blurred or means disabled. Disable means it will not be used, so we have to enable that. So in JMeter, to disable and enable any element, we use control T. Okay, control T. I think I have told this in last session, like disabling or any enabling any element in JMeter is known as toggling, and shortcut to disable and or enable any element is control T, right? So you see this HTTP TCP script recorder, which is the element to record, right? It's disable, so you have to press select that and press control T, or you can use this option as well. This option is also used to uh, do the toggling, right? Or better shortcut is control plus T, right? It will enable or disable any. So you have to enable that, and inside that you will see this view result tree will be there. Okay, so this is what I added in initial the last session, right? These four element we added, right? If you remember. So now we do not have to add. We have to use this through recording template by going in the template. Correct? Why we have to do? Because in this HTTP test script recorder here, if you see this tab, okay, here those filters are there. See these filters. So these are the filters which I have kept, and means I have copied and kept in the PPT. You will see them. They are very long list are there. You can see here. Here scroller is there. You can just scroll up or down, right? No need to focus, just for an information I'm saying. Now you'll ask me why to use template, right? Because normally if you use this recorder, let us say I'll go to test plan and I'll go to add and I'll go to non-test element and I'll click on this recorder, right? Test script recorder. You'll see this setting, right? If you go, no such filter is there. Okay, you see. So so that's why I like initial session I added this manually, but now we do not have to add it manually. We have to go and bring this thing through the template. Go to the template and choose the recording option, right? And then the three element you will get, delete them, and this recorder you have to enable, and here you'll get the filters, right? And that's why manual we will not be using from going forward. Means manually will not be adding, otherwise filters will not be there, right? And if filters will not be there, you will get more embedded resources captured and more irrelevant requests captured. Okay, right? So this is how the filter will work. But again, I am saying that these filters are not 100% foolproof. Okay, again, not 100% foolproof, right? Even because these are just a common set of filter, what they have thought, the JMeter people have thought, they have kept it. Even after applying the filter irrelevant request, short form I'll keep it as a ER, right? IR, irrelevant request and embedded resources, ER, can be captured. If they are getting captured, you have to manually identify them and delete them. That is the only option. Correct? Now next is to save the log, right? In last session I told that the recording log that we get here is very important, and um, um, you have to save that, because once you close the JMeter or by mistake you click the brush, those will be gone, right? Those will be gone. So we have to save before recording. We have to save. So how to save, I'll show you. First, let us do what? Uh, Let us save this test plan. So go to here using this save here, right? This save button is there, or you can go to file and go to save here. You can save through this. So let me save this test plan as on desktop. I'll be saving for now. I'll give name called second recording, right? It will be a JMX file, and then save. So this whole test plan has been saved, right? Name I have given second recording. Now here what you have to do is, in this view result tree which is inside this HTTP test script recorder, you see here a default file name is there. Okay, you have to delete them, right? You delete this, and you go to browse, and from here you choose whatever location you choose. Let us say for now I'm keeping it at my desktop, and here you give a name, right? Suppose second recording log, some name I am giving, right? Second recording log, and extension of this file should be XML. Do not forget, right? XML. Okay, what will be the extension of file? XML. Here if you see, they will give 3 options to choose, right? Anyone. But what you will be using, you should be using XML. We can use other also like JTL, CSV, but better to use XML. So a file name you have to give, first you have to choose where you want to save, correct? Then a file name you have to give, any file name you can give, some good reference name, like, because let us say recording log I have given. And then extension, any file has extension. So what will be that extension? .xml, correct? .xml, right? .xml. So .xml I have given here, fine. And then click on open. So once you click on open, you'll get this error. No need to worry, right? No need to worry. What you have to do is just click on OK. Simple. Okay. So you see, this is the, you'll see this path, and here the file name and recording log.xml. Okay. And then what you do, you just go and save once. Okay. Save once. Save. See, in JMeter, remember always whatever action you do, uh, action means whatever you do, right? Let us say I have added a file name here. So something I have done, right? So you keep saving, right? You keep a habit of saving often, right? Very often you keep a habit of saving, just clicking something you have done. You should click on save, like that. It's a habit you have to make. Okay, it's a good thing only. Now we can go and do the recording, right? So I'll go and do one more recording to show you. So first we'll come to recording this HTTP test script recorder. Here few things we have to choose is here everything is okay, right? This one, just you have to choose from here prefix. Okay, best option, best uh, uh, you can say best practice is to choose the prefix. Fine, prefix. Okay, that's it. Fine, that's it. Now so that's it, almost done. You just save it and then you go to record. Now how to record, you'll be knowing, right? That we have to go in the browser and set up the port and proxy, right? And then start recording. So what I'll do, I will show you recording first again through Google Chrome, just for an a recap. Then I'll use some other browser to show you, right? So first I'll go to Google Chrome. I'll go to settings. Here I'll search for proxy. Then I'll enable this and click on save. Okay, enable, and here the input we have to give localhost, and here the port number. This port number, remember, it should be same whatever it is over here. We can change the port, it's not like that, right? But there is no need, right? There is no need. But I'll show you by using a different port also in next. Okay, in next next. Okay, so that it should be same, and after that you have to click save here, right? Compulsorily you have to click on save, right? Save. Okay, done. Now what you have to do, open a incognito mode, right? So you can go to three dots and you see a new incognito window. It has been opened, right? And then go to JMeter and then click on start. Then this pop-up will come. This pop-up will vanish in 5 seconds, right? Or you can click on OK if you wish, and then this next pop-up comes. Here we have to give the transaction name, right? Whatever transaction we do, each name we have to give. So let us say first transaction like T01 homepage launch, right? So I'll be using that app adapting. So after doing that, you just put the URL over here. Just copy paste the URL, right? So I'll use this adapting for now. So you can see this is the home page. We'll just go and check that whether it's these things got captured in or not. So you see, yeah, in recording controller, you see that transaction got captured, and in this view result tree, you can see the logs coming, right? Recording log. Then I'll do one more, just two I'll keep for now, because here we have to understand the concept. Then let us say click, next transaction name is T02, click new user registration link. Okay, link, and I'll click on this. Right. Okay, okay. So we'll wait, and I'll just stop. Right. So this is how we should record, right? And what I'll do after recording, I'll disable this proxy, right? We have to disable, correct? This I have pointed in last videos, last session as well, right? We have to disable, otherwise your normal internet will not work. And you can close, right? And if you go to JMeter, you can see two transactions getting captured here. We have recording logs, and what you have to do is immediately once you have finished your recording, save. Okay, save. So let us say I finished my recording and then save. Now, once after finishing this file that you have given from here, right? You see in this, you delete that. Okay, you delete. Just select and delete that. You can just select and press delete button. Okay, do not worry about that. It will not delete your file. It will just remove from here this location. Why I'm saying to remove? Because if you want to replay the test, right? Let us say I will be clicking this green button for replaying my test. So you'll say it will throw a error like this, right? Someone in grouping that I'm getting this error. Okay, so this error you will get because here that file name will be there, right? Remember, always remember. Okay, if you are getting this error, here the file name will be there. So to avoid this error, right, we have to remove the file name from here. Okay, and you can then see, right? So you can see the recording logs over here, and then the transactions, the home page launch transaction, its request, right? Then here next transaction, right, new user registration link and its request, right? It has three requests, so we see it's three requests over here. And now what you have observed, you see any embedded resources is not captured, right? If you remember the last session, so many embedded resources were at that time. Now this time no embedded resources, correct? They are not captured. Plus luckily no irrelevant request has also means they have also not been captured, right? And so this is how recording will be done. And it's one thing here, the target controller, you see, target controller means which is there in HTTP TCP script recorder. By default we have use recording controller, means this recording controller is there. Inside that all the recordings will be kept. Okay, you can change the target controller. If you click here, you'll get so many drop downs over here, right? So whatever you choose, all the recording, right, you see this recording that will be going in that particular target controller what you choose, correct? By default recording controller will be there, and hence all recording comes in this recording controller. But going forward, after a few sessions, I'll not be using this. Okay, because this recording controller has a drawback here, right? A drawback here. What that drawback is, if you click on this by mistake also, it will delete this all everything, correct? So unnecessary, it will be giving headache to us, right? So instead of recording controller, we can use simple controller. We will be using simple controller. Okay, so I'll be showing you that recording controller will not be using, right? By default they give recording controller, and here also you see recording controller. But since this recording controller has drawback, will not be using going forward, right? So I'll show you, do not worry about that. And rest you can see this transaction, its request transaction, and its three request group inside that transaction controller, right? And here the logs will be there. That's it. And one more thing, so let us say by mistake I delete this original recording log, right? Let us say I'll click on this browse and this gone, these are gone. So now how to recover? So we have saved that in a file, you remember? So you have to just open that file. You go to browse, and you choose wherever that file is saved. Let us say this is the file, recording log.xml. It's on desktop. Just choose that, select that and click on open, right? So you see again they will come back. Okay, yeah. And once again after opening, you have to remove from here, right? Again, let us say you have called those logs here, then you remove. Why? Because if you want to replay again, that error will come, right? Remember, this error will come. So you have to remove. You can remove from here after opening. You just remove from here, right? Remember that. Just you can select and delete. So like that we do the recording, right, as a best practice. Now what I'll do, I'll also use recording from some other browser, like from my Mozilla Firefox or Internet Explorer. So let me do what for now. Let me clear all these things, and the example, right, as see what I was telling, that in this recording controller this option is there, right? By mistake, even if you click, all this will be gone. So I'll just show you. I'm clicking here, see, I clicked and they went away. Okay, and something was there inside that, right? It got deleted. So that is what, this is one good thing also, one bad thing also. Generally it's not good only. So we'll not be using recording controller in future. We'll be using a simple controller. Okay, we have so many controller here. If you right click on thread group, go to add, you see logic controller, so many controllers are there. 17 are here, right? And later we'll add one more, so total 18 controllers will be there. So we'll be using one of them, simple controller, right? So how to use, I'll tell you. For now, ignore that. Now what we will be doing, I'll be showing you to record through Mozilla Firefox. So open Mozilla Firefox, and again in same way, in Mozilla Firefox also, on top right corner you see three lines will be there. Click on that and go to settings, right? You'll see observe where somewhere settings is there. You see the settings, just click on that, and then here you search for proxy and click on setting here, right? And by default, in your system, no proxy will be selected, correct? So what you can do is, so by default this is default. Now we have to use the proxy, so you have to use this option, correct? So you can click on that, and like initially there will be no such entry here. It will be looking like this. um, so by default no proxy will be there. Now we want to create a proxy, right, for recording. So you have to choose over here, so click on that, and then the same thing you have to enter, like localhost, localhost, right, localhost. And here the port, right? Remember the port, whatever port, the port which is given over here, that we have to use. So we can use the same port, right? Again I'm saying we can always use the same port, but if you wish you can change also. So let us say I will be showing you by changing. So I'll be using a different port, 777. Okay, and whatever port I'm using here, so same port I have to give over here as well, correct? So I'll give 777, right? And then you put a check mark in this as well. Here, allow use this proxy for HTTPS, and then click on OK. Okay, simple. That's it. Now the proxy is set here as well. Now what you have to do, go to these three dots and choose new private window, because every time the recording we have to do in incognito mode only as a best practice. So click on new private window. That's it. A new private window open. Now in JMeter you click on start, right? Then this pop-up will come, click on OK, and then here you have to give the transaction name. So T01, like home page launch. Okay, and then you have whatever the URL, right? Let's say this is the URL. I'll copy, and this is Mozilla Firefox I'm recording, right? So I'll paste it over here. I'll just click enter button. So this will be home page launch. Okay, all right, home page launch. And you can just verify in JMeter. So you see here traffic's coming. For now I'm not saving here, right? But you should save. I'm not saving here, and so this is how the traffic's coming. And here in recording controller, this homepage launch got captured, and we see two requests for homepage launch. So I'll come to that, right? Do not worry. Then one more transaction will do. Let us say T02, new user. Click new user, register, right? Click new user, register, link like this, and then I'll be clicking over here. Okay, so right, this page came. Now I'll just stop, and you can close this window. And if you wish, you can disable the proxy, right? You can go in Mozilla Firefox in setting. You can again click on no proxy, right? um, Generally, yeah, you have to disable as a best practice. After recording, you have to disable. Here I'm closing the Mozilla Firefox. So this is how from Mozilla Firefox also you can record, and you can change the port, right? As I said, default port is 888. You can go with 888, no issues. If you want to change, you can change. But remember, whatever port you give here, the same port you have to give in the browser as well. Correct? Just a second. Okay. So that we get here, we got the blocks here as well. Now here one more thing I'll show you. You see, homepage launch. You see, this is the Adactin hotel. Fine. Here one request. Okay, it's related to Adactin only. Two requests get. Sometime it can happen. Two same request can get captured. So in that case, you can delete one. Okay, so this thing can happen. Okay, again I'm saying, you see this 27 and 25, they are same request. Everything is same. So they are same. Okay, so sometime it can happen. So you can delete one in the final. And these are the three requests, right? Here I'm not getting any relevant and any embedded resources. Maybe in future if I get, I'll certainly tell you. But luckily you can say here that these filters are working for me for now, and I'm not getting those captured. But yeah, in future we'll be recording on another application also, right? Do not worry, certainly we'll get. Again, I'll show you, right? So sometime what happen, as I'm saying, that these filters will not be 100, they are not 100% foolproof, right? So you'll see irrelevant requests and embedded resources getting captured over here. So you have to delete them, right? Irrelevant request will look like this, right? We see Firefox or McAfee or something. They have came over here, but they are not coming over here. It's my luck. It's my right. So same thing, right? It may happen with you, or you will see that irrelevant request coming, right? So you can delete them. Okay, you have to delete manually. You have to delete if you see them. Correct. And if any embedded resources, right? Embedded resources getting captured, that also you have to delete. Now coming to the embedded resources, right? How they are retrieved, I'll tell you. So
Hi, Vallabh.
uh,
One question. So
yeah.
instead of deleting them, can you comment them, or can you just
No, no,
comment
there
the?
is no use of keeping them only. So why you will comment them?
But is there any in LoadRunner we have option to comment, right? In JMeter, do we have an option just to disable the embedded resources, like instead of
Yeah,
just deleting
control
them?
control T.
Control T.
Yeah,
Okay, sure.
enable disable. But I'll not suggest, because they will be retrieved, right? They will be retrieved. So you can just delete them. So how they will be automatically retrieved, I'll show you later on. For now, it's not required. Just for an information sake, to clear your doubt, I'm showing. But it's out of topic for now. It will be covered after 3 or 4 days. But just here we have to add a request default, right? And in this request default, this is a element config element. You go to advanced tab and we put a check mark over here and here, right? What are these, I'll be covering again. And then if you save and let us run a test, right? So I'm running this test. So you'll see each request, they will be retrieving their embedded resources. And this is how the browser performs. Okay, for that request, what are the embedded resources are there? You see PNG file or this JPEG file, right? They will be retrieved, right? Automatically. That's why we do not record, because they will be automatically retrieved. Even for this request, you can see if you expand the request over here, you'll get those. Okay, and yeah, you can click here. You can see the images, right? something. Okay, so we will see them, we'll certainly see them. So that is the way how the embedded resources are retrieved. So we'll be using this again in later on, right? For now, yeah, just for understanding purpose, how it will be automatically retrieved. This is how it will be automatically retrieved. Now I'll tell you to uh, next I'll tell you to record from Internet Explorer, right? Why Internet Explorer? Because many time some application you will get that they only work in Internet Explorer, right? So we should know from them also. So the recording from Internet Explorer also works in same way. uh, Here the things will remain same, only the port thing, right? Whatever the port you wish to use, you can use. Let us say I'll move back to 888, right? Save. And the previous thing I've already deleted, right? Now I'll open Internet Explorer. This is Internet Explorer. Go to this settings over here, right? And then go to Internet Options, right? And then this pop-up will come. Then go to this connection tab. See, connection tab, and then you go to LAN setting. Correct? Connection tab and then LAN setting. Click on LAN setting, and here you have to choose this. Fine, this. Click on this, and this and initially here this all thing will be blank, right, for you guys. So in address, what we have to type? Localhost. This is a fixed thing. In port, whatever port you wish you can use, but here I'm again using the same port, 888, right? But we can change the port. I have just shown you from Mozilla Firefox, right? And then click on OK, right? But only thing remember related to port, that whatever port you give here, that should be same in the browser, right? In the browser, and or whatever the port you give in browser, it should be same, right? But no need to worry about. See, this port can work, we can use this port. Or let us say if you want to explore, because sometimes some challenges come, so that time you can try by changing. So you can change some other port like 777, 666, anything, a 4-digit port you can use, right? Two, three is enough. We do not have to stress much on this, right? There are many things in JMeter. This is just a basic, so do not stress much on this. Okay. Now what you have to do, so that port is set up in Internet Explorer. Now you can just open an incognito mode of Internet Explorer as well. Here it's not coming. Okay, not an issue. If you can't get the incognito mode, right? Every browser has incognito mode, but if you can't get that, no need to worry. Just press Control Shift Delete and clear the cookie and cache, right? Clear the cookie and cache. Fine. If you want to use normal mode, right? Let us say you people will be having doubt, right? Why always incognito? Can't we use normal mode? So normal mode also you can use in any browser, but only thing, previous cookie and cache you should delete. Okay, cache and cookies, right? And how to delete that I have also covered. So that you can delete before recording. And so I'm unchecking all these things, I'm just keeping those things, and I'll click on delete. Those will be deleted. This works in this is there in every browser, right? Even in Mozilla Google Chrome, if you press Control Shift Delete, you'll get this cookies here, cache here. So you have to just delete cookie and cache. In Mozilla Firefox also that is there. Okay, by pressing Control Shift. And then you can use, after deleting previous cookie and cache, you can just close the browser once, and then again you can reopen, and then you can yeah, try to record. You can use it to record in normal mode also, right? So I'll click and okay, and let us say T01 launch, homepage launch or launch. Okay, so I'm recording from Internet Explorer now. Then T02, like click new user link, new user registration link. You have to type the transaction name, you have to type properly, means some good name. It's come, it came here, right? Now let me just stop, and you can disable the proxy if you wish. So same way, right? Go to that setting over here, and then click on Internet Options, and you'll get this pop-up. Go to connections, then go to LAN setting, and then uncheck, right, and then click on OK and OK. In this way, you can disable the proxy. And now coming to JMeter, you can see the logs here, and the things got recorded over here, right? The launch and this, so another transaction, these things, right? Plus, before we record, we should save also, but here I'm not saving, right? How to save we have seen. So this is all about the recording from different browsers, and by changing the port, and how to filter the irrelevant request and embedded resources. Okay, fine. Then and that is filter in JMeter. So embedded resources, they have given these two lines, right? Here you can see they filter the embedded resources. Other lines, what they have given, they filter some other irrelevant request. Now you'll ask me what to keep, what not to keep. Means when we get the recording over here, in that what we have to keep and what not to keep. So you should be keeping the main request and redirecting request. Okay, any main request. Main request will be generally, they will be of HTML, XHR, JSON, ASPX or PHP, like this, some etc. This will be the main request. So how we will get the idea? By navigating or by doing that in F12 developer tool, right? uh, if you are a beginner, try to see the thing in Mozilla Firefox and try to understand, like, hey, you have done launch, right? So what are the main requests? You will get the type over there. And what are the embedded resources, right? Embedded resources will be of this extension, right? We should not keep irrelevant and embedded resources. Embedded resources will be of this extension like CSS, JS, SVG, or image, fonts, right? A long list I have kept over here somewhere. Before this only I have kept here. This all will be uh, the list of embedded resources. Correct. There can be more also. Whatever I got, I have kept. Or you, just for a reference, if you want, you can remember from here as well. Yeah, right. All these things, CSS file, GSS file, all these things will be embedded resource. Okay, so that you have two embedded resources we should not be keeping, and irrelevant thing we should not be keeping, right? And how to find which request is embedded, right? So generally by extension, by looking at the extension, you will get that idea, like they are embedded resource. Irrelevant we should not bother only at all. Any relevant we find, we have to delete. But related to embedded resources, correct? So embedded resources, generally by looking at the extension, you will get the idea that those are embedded resources. Okay, even though right, so that is the only way, the best way. And one more way is there that I'll show you after few sessions, right? Okay, so there we will see. For now, you just go through the observance by if any request has any of this extension, right? They are embedded. Just you have just think without any doubt. Okay. Now next we'll talk about HTTP and HTTPS, right? Okay. So what is this HTTP and HTTPS? So half thing I'll cover today. Yeah. So HTTP and HTTPS. Fine. Now one thing here. So see the application that we work, they have generally the protocol, right? That we say protocol. So there can be two types of protocol in them. One will be you'll see HTTP. In some you'll see HTTPS. The protocol is same, right? Whatever we talked about HTTP protocol, the schema they remain only same. Only thing in HTTP, one more layer is added, one security layer is added. Okay, so they are almost same. Okay, no difference is there. Fine. Only thing the difference comes in the security. Okay, security point is now most of the application have 95% application in this world are HTTPS application only. Correct? Fine. So what happens is, suppose you are given one application to work on to test. Like here, few example I have given. You can see here, all have this Amazon or Flipkart, all are HTTPS application, right? So when you get those application, you will face challenge. Okay, you'll face an issue to record. So see, any application, if in the URL of that application, if HTTP is there, then recording is very easy. Remember, very easy. You do not have to do anything. You have to just set up that template over here that we have done, then set up the port and proxy in the browser and do the recording. Very, very easy. Okay. So what happens in generally in project, whenever you will be in the project at that time, right, whenever they will give you application to record or test, generally all those application are HTTP only. Okay, because they are still in testing, so they will be in HTTP. Okay, so recording is very, very easy. When the application has HTTPS, like as I said, all application nowadays are HTTPS, that time you will face issue. So what issue will face? Okay, you will face issue called certificate issue. So this S that we see there, it adds a security layer. Okay, TLS and SSL, transport layer security and secure socket layer. A kind of security layer is added to those applications, right? So they will create a problem when you do the recording, right? So what problem? So the problem will be, I'll show you. So let us do what? Just a second. Right now, I'll go and use the template. Same way, template we should always use the recording template. Create. Then these three element we have to delete. And then here recording controller view result tree. Then HTTP test is recorded. It will be in disable mode. We have to enable it, right? And inside that we will be having view result tree. Here recording.xml will be there. You can delete them, right? You can give your own file, right? For now I'm not giving, and you can save this if you wish. I'm not saving this. Say test plan, you can save. For now I'm not saving. And before recording, one thing here in this HTTP test script recorder, here you can choose from here you can choose prefix. Okay, that is best thing, as a best practice we have to choose. Other thing, target controller, recording controller, right? Every recording will go inside recording controller. Later on, in next day or after a few days, we will not be using recording controller. As I said, right, it has a drawback. For now, we will be using it, right? Another thing will be kept as it is. No need to change. Now, what I'll be doing, I will go and do first. Let me set up proxy in Google Chrome. So settings, proxy. I'm using the same port 888, right? Save. Then I'll open incognito mode and I'll go here and press the start button. Click on OK. And I'll do, let us say, T01. First transaction for every application will be home page launch only, right? Home page launch, right? Now, let us say I'll open www.amazon.com, amazon.in. You see, you'll get a challenge like this, right? So this is a challenge. Fine. You cannot move. You cannot proceed ahead. This Amazon is a HTTPS application. Remember. So most of the application nowadays in world are HTTP. If the application is HTTP, right? If the application has HTTP in that, then it's very, very easy to record, right? Very, very easy. But when it comes to HTTPS, you will face challenge. So now I am showing the example of Amazon, right? So HTTPS colon, I have opened this www.amazon.in and it's a HTTPS application, right? If you are not aware how to know that any application is HTTPS or not, you just copy the URL from here, just select that and do Control C and put that somewhere else, right, in a notepad or whatever. Let me put, so you see HTTPS, okay, or it will show on the top right corner as well. Generally, that is the best way. Copy the URL and put that in a notepad, you will get, right? So when you try to record that, you will face this issue. And here error will be like, you see, certificate authority invalid. A cert right kind of error you will get, certificate related. And generally in this way, in this kind of situation, we have to click on this advanced tab. Okay. Uh, so here more detail you will get, right? And it's saying something, right? Ignore that. But you see, I cannot proceed ahead. There is no option for me to proceed ahead. Homepage itself is not coming and I cannot proceed ahead. So that is the challenge you will be facing. Okay. I have kept the screenshot here, like this kind of challenge you will be facing, right? So in that case, what we will do? Okay. So in that case, certificates comes in picture. Certificate. So JMeter certificate installation. Okay. So we need to install the certificate in the browser and then restart both the browser and the JMeter before recording. So this certificate comes in picture. Now what is the certificate? So in the bin directory, right? In the bin directory of JMeter, okay. Whenever you try to record JMeter, fine. Let us say I will try to record for example. I'll click on start. Whenever you start on this, click on start. So you will see it will be busy for a while and then this pop-up comes. You can click on OK and then this pop-up come, right? So what happens is JMeter creates a certificate in the bin directory, right? Whenever you click on start. If that file is not there, like let us say this is the certificate file in the bin directory. Okay, you see .crt.user, the first file generally. So initially when you download JMeter, you will see it will not be there. Whenever you click on start, it will be created, right? And next time again, let us say tomorrow you are recording or something, it gets updated automatically, it's get updated. But this is what this is a certificate file we are talking about. So this certificate file we need to install in the browser. So for now I'll be stopping, right? Let me stop. So this you have to install in the browser or export, you can say export, right? So how to export in any browser? So first in Mozilla Firefox, sorry, in Google Chrome I'll show you. So in same way, go to this three tabs and then go to settings, right? And you search here CRT, correct? CERT, CRT, just search CRT, and then you will get this tab, right? Just click on that, and then you click get this manage certificate. You click on this, and then this pop-up will come. Okay, in this pop-up, this tab you see trusted root certification tab. Click on this, and then click on import, right? And then next, and then choose that file, right? So it's obviously there in the bin directory. So I'll go to C drive and here bin directory, and from here I'll choose, okay, this, and I'll click on open, and then I'll click on next, okay, and finish. Very simple, right? And then it will pop up for this warning, correct? No need to worry, just click on yes, and then it will show you the import was successful. Okay, right? So it, and you will see that certificate being added over here. You see that root. Once that is added, you just close it, and what you have to do, you have to restart both the browser and JMeter again. So let me close the browsers, okay, and let me restart the JMeter as well. So here JMeter has came. I'll just zoom it. Now I'll do a fresh recording. So quickly I'll go to the template and bring this whole thing recording template. Create. These three will delete, right? Here we are recording view result tree, HTTP test script recorder. Inside that view result tree, we'll be enabling this file name I'll remove for now. And here I choose the prefix. Okay, here it's done. Now I'll open the incognito mode in browser. Port and proxy is already set, right? No need to set up again because it was already set up, right? Suppose you have not set up the port and proxy, you have to set up, right? That is the prerequisite. First thing is that one. Now let me click on start and okay, and then here T01 launch or home page launch, whatever, home page launch, right? And then here I'll type www.amazon.in. So now you see very smoothly it came, no error. You see the page got loaded, right? And whenever you are loading any page, you have to wait for that page to completely get loaded. How we will verify that? On top right corner, if you see, this kind of circle keeps on revolving. It's still revolving, right? You can see on top left corner here. Okay, so till it stops till it stops revolving, till then you have to wait, and then only you can do some other transaction. Now it has just stopped, right? Means full page has been loaded. And if you come here and if you see so many home page launch over here, um, so we'll see what these are. Okay, not an issue, but somewhere home page launch, yeah, you see here the www.amazon.in has been captured at 15, number 15. Okay, Likewise, one more transaction, I'll just do it. Right. Generally, we should not practice on this initially because you'll find tough. Right? Just for recording purpose, I am covering this. Let us say click somewhere. Okay, click somewhere, or click on washing machine. Click washing machine. Right here, this washing machine is there. I am going to click on that. Click on that. So very smoothly, right? It's all coming now, and that page is still revolving on top left corner. If you see, it's revolving. So we have to wait until it finishes. Right now, it has finished. Now you can stop if you wish. You can stop. You can close as well. And if you want to disable the proxy, you can disable the proxy. Right. So you see the what happened. Right now it was fixed. Right. So that is the thing. That is what certificate is. And we have to, the certificate comes in picture whenever you are dealing with HTTPS application, right? Yes. Okay. So we have to install that certificate in the browser, then restart both browser and JMeter, and then do the recording. Now here, few things I'll show you. See here, so many homepage, right? You can see so many homepage. So here, irrelevant thing has been captured. Okay, that can happen as I told you. See, google.com. Even I have used filter, right? Here filters are there, but as I said, they are not foolproof. You can see google.com. Okay, here this is something Google only. So this kind of, if you keep them, your script will look dirty. Okay, and they are not our part of application only. So just by identifying, you can delete, right? So that is what that will come in enhancement phase. Once complete recording is done, you can delete. So you see, like that, so many irrelevant things can be captured. These are not related to my application. Okay, this all you can select and delete. But only thing, be careful while deleting, right? You should be sure that it's not related to your application. Like that, you see, irrelevant thing can come. Okay, they can come, and only way is to check them manually and delete them if they are not related to my application. So where that main Amazon request was there, here it was there, right? So like that, these all are irrelevant. I have to delete them. Okay, fine. And only I have to keep this one, the main request. It only one request went, and here just for your just for showing, I'll show you that number 15, right? Number 15. So this is number 15 here in original recording log, and you can go to the request tab. This is the home page launch, and this is the response, right? Response always comes in code format. If you want to change, you can change it to browser mode, just to have an idea. And you see, it will be run, that page will be rendered like this. Okay, right, right. So we were able to successfully what record it, right? And one more transaction we did somewhere here, click a washing machine, right? So this was the request for that. I have closed, I think. uh, 289, request number 289, right? I'll go here. 289. The request, like I forgot. Okay, uh, maybe if we do it again, we'll get the idea. What was the request? So here washing machine was there, and I was clicking on that. So this was the request that got generated. L/1380 something is there. So I have to find that. Where it is. Yeah, this one, right? 293. This is the request, you can see. So in response, you see, I clicked on refrigerator and the page, right? This page was there. So we see it came, right? So it happened, recording happened now, right? So the point is that whenever we have HTTP applications, we have to bring the certificate in picture. This certificate will be there in the bin directory. You have to install that in a browser and then restart the browser and JMeter before recording. Correct. Now there is more topic on that, like regeneration and domain-based certificate generation. So that we'll see tomorrow. Today, what we will do, we will one more topic, means the last thing. I'll tell you how to install the certificate in different browser. So in Google Chrome we have seen. Now I'll quickly show you in Mozilla Firefox. So in Mozilla Firefox also, you open the Mozilla Firefox and then this is Mozilla Firefox, and then top right corner the three lines will be there. Click on that and go to settings, and here in the search try type CRT, right? Same way. So here view certificate will come, and then have this JMeter already. I'll first delete it. Delete. So let us say any JMeter certificate if you want to delete. So select that and you have to click delete here. Okay. Because this will be a topic, right? Reinstallation, regeneration and reinstallation. So at that time, old certificate we have to remove. So this is how you can select and delete. So that will be removed. Okay. Now I'll just show you. So in Mozilla Firefox, the same way you have to go type CRT and this pop-up will come. Here you have to choose import and then select that file from the bin directory, right? And click on open. Then it will ask for the confirmation. Here you have to put in both the, you have to put check mark in these both the check boxes. And then click on OK. And once you click OK, it will be added. It, just come, yeah, you see it has been added. Okay, and now again in incognito mode you can record from Mozilla Firefox also, because this problem that what we have seen, right? This problem, right? It's not browser specific. You can face this in any browser. Okay, it's not like that only in Google Chrome we face that. No, it has nothing to do with browser. In any browser you will face this. It's related to this S. If with the in the application URL, if S is there, we'll face that problem. And to overcome that, that is what we have to install the certificate. Now suppose you are using Google Chrome, so I have shown you. Suppose you are Mozilla Firefox, how to install that, what we have just seen. Same way in Internet Explorer, if you want to install, if you are using Internet Explorer to record, so same way, go to the top right corner settings and then click this internet options, and then here you'll see a content, right? Content tab, uh, right? Just go there and you see this certificate tab, click on that, and then this pop-up will come, right? So go to trusted, right? You see trusted, and you can just same way, this what we have done in Google Chrome, the same pop-up was there in Google Chrome. So in Internet Explorer also you'll get the same pop-up. You have to come to this tab. Remember, in this tab you have to install trusted root certification, then click on import, next, choose next. That's it, right? I've already there, so I'll not do, but simply import, right? Next, choose the file, right? Like this. Go to bin directory, choose that file, open, next, right? Next, finish, like that you have to do. Okay, so that is how you have to do in Internet Explorer as well. Now why this certificate is needed? So before closing, see what happens is, these are the application which have HTTP and S in them. Those are more secure application. That's why, right? I told two layer security layer will be added, TLS and SSL layer, right? SSL and TLS layer. So what happens is, when you are trying to access those application normally, right? Let us say from browser directly you are accessing those applications, will not face any issue. But here we are doing the recording, and to do the recording here JMeter is there, right? JMeter is kind of middleman, okay, which is sitting. You have set up the port and proxy, right? So what is happening from the browser, whatever you are doing on those applications, it is first going to JMeter, and through JMeter it is going to the that application. Now that application have security layer. They come to know that this traffic is being routed. Means it's not directly coming from the user, it's coming through some sniffing, some network, some middleman, and hence they do not allow it, right? And that is the reason we see that error, right? You see this error, correct, which we have just seen. So to say that hey, I am a genuine person, I'm not the hacker, you should allow that. We have to install the certificate. So when you install the certificate in the browser, and then when you start browsing that to the JMeter, so with that, the certificate information also goes right through the JMeter to the browser, and he the to the website, right, from the browser through the JMeter to the website. And then they come to know, okay, he's having a valid, you can say valid pass, right? We say valid pass, right, ID card, so like that, he has a valid certificate, so allow him, right? So that's why then once after installation of certificate, we can see the things coming, right? And this only happens, remember, when you are dealing with HTTPS application, right? With HTTP application, recording is very simple, no need to worry about the certificate and other. Only when we have S, then we have certificate things that comes in picture. Now in this also we have two more things, regeneration and domain based certificate generation, so that we will see tomorrow. Okay, so that is for today. So thank you.